several days of bloodshed in Aleppo, international diplomats are intensifying efforts to renew Syria's cessation of hostilities and get peace talks back on track. The UN envoy for Syria, Staffan de Mistura, will be in Moscow on Monday after talks with the US Secretary of State in Geneva. Well, for more, Julia Lyubova joins us from Moscow. So, Julia, what's on the agenda today for these talks in Moscow?
Well, that's right. Staffan de Mistura will be meeting with Russia's Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov later on Tuesday. They will be discussing the upcoming talks on Syria that are due to take place in Geneva next week. Well, before Staffan de Mistura comes to Moscow, he has already met with the US Secretary of State John Kerry in Geneva on Monday. And both John Kerry and Sergei Lavrov had a phone call on Monday as well. And they reiterated calls for all sides of the Syrian conflict to observe the cessation of hostilities. Well, Moscow is now saying that it's important to secure the continuation of these Geneva talks.
And of course, Julia, Moscow has been heavily involved in Syria and have come under some criticism for their role in the country. Just what exactly have they been up to in Syria in recent times?
Well, Moscow and Washington are both joint sponsors of the peace process in Syria. And Staffan de Mistura actually said that without their agreement, there is little hope for any progress on Syria. Well, the US says that Moscow, while agreeing to support a ceasefire in Syria, has done little to rein in the Syrian forces on Aleppo. And Moscow says it will not ask the Syrian government to halt air raids on Aleppo because it says that they are helping to fight terrorists there.
OK, well, Julia, for now from Moscow, thank you.